Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Planetary Persuader. My name is Kozmic Kev and I'm your host, and we're talking about the weekend beginning June 3rd, 2016. So, what do we got going on? Well, we have a new moon in Gemini, folks. New moon in Gemini happening on Saturday evening, Pacific Daylight Time, just before 8 o'clock, 7:59. So, I like to always add the Indian nakshatra to what the moon is, especially on a new moon. And it's about Rohini. And Rohini is the favorite wife of the moon. So the moon visits all these wives, these 27 nakshatras. And Rohini is smoking hot. Ruled by the red star Aldabra. She also rules cows and transportation like chariots and whatnot. So, and yeah, she's in Taurus in the actual sky. So if we look at the constellation of Taurus, that's where we're going to see that new moon. We're not going to see it in Gemini. We're going to say it's in Gemini because seasonally we acknowledge it as Gemini, but that ain't Gemini, all right? That is the constellation of Taurus, where Rohini is. And that's okay. I mean, it still works as a Gemini new moon, and we've come to this agreement, you know, be it seasons, because we were fixated in what was happening 1,500 years ago. But Vedic tradition, we like to look at it. Hey, it's right next to this star in the sky. Let's talk about this stuff. You know, what does it mean, and how can we utilize this? Well, one of the interesting things about Rohini is that it's sub-ruled by the moon. So this is a very nurturing new moon. It's in the fourth pada, that is the last part of the nakshatra. This is more Cancer-like. This is more nurturing. This is a place where we want to put our energy, and we want to be beautiful, and we want to be mobile, and we want to have the ability to sustain ourselves. Do you see where this is going with this? The mobility is through the cart. One of the symbols, the sustainability is with the cattle, you know, and the milk and all that the cows bring, and then there's beauty. She was a ravishing beauty, and so we want to bring out our most pleasant physical qualities and emphasize those. And it's not superficial. You don't have to feel bad for wanting to look good. It's just when you're wanting to look fake and you think fake is good. I'm sorry, you know, that's just really hard. That's okay, costumes are cool too. You know, I saw Eyes Wide Shut. Poor Stanley. Anyhow, what we have going on right now is we've got Sun and Venus together. And they're almost like about to eclipse with this new moon. And I've heard from other people, you know, in Western astrology, we think of this new moon as Gemini. And let me tell you about in Western astrology, what we know about mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, is they tend to dissolve things. And I've heard some other astrologers on chat said it's been a really rough 4 years since Arab Spring 2011, just crazy off the hook, all this Pluto-Uranus square stuff. But now with this new moon, we're going to let things go a little bit. There's going to be some amount of dissolving. And I know it's a crazy time. There's cheaters and weirdos and a rigged system for people in politics that tends to hurt the working and poorer people, the more disenfranchised. And it is time to restore the sacred who. Anyhow, we still have Mars and Saturn conjunct. So that we still have that element of move, stop, move, stop, move, stop. Since this new moon is in Gemini, opposite all that, our emotions are trying to address this. That we have these difficulties with these two Tomasic planets. And that we need some remedy for what is going on with them. Now, Mars is back in Scorpio. Or at least it's heading back there. No, Mars is in Scorpio now and retrograde, and so there is in both systems too, in both Vedic and in Western. And so our passions, our desires are still high. They're very strong. But you know, it's less intense on Saturn when the two were closer together. Anyhow, we're going to go sign by sign. Starting with your sign and all the houses, which is Aries, hopefully, and we're gonna give you your horoscope. So here we go. Beginning with you, Aries. So we started the day in Western astrology moon in Taurus. If you're watching this Friday or even Thursday, if it came on a little early, so like dealing with money and those type of things, that's important. If you're a Friday viewer, moon's in Critica, but we're just kind of finishing things off, so it's a good time to kind of drive out the evil and celebrate what was good, what you've done, help others, help children, help, mentor people. Okay, we get to this new moon, and it's a celebration about nurturing, it's a celebration of beauty, it's a celebration of women. And I mean really good women that are really beautiful. And, every woman's beautiful. Well, and every man's handsome, every woman's a goddess, and every man's a god. I mean, we have to stop playing these silly games with each other. We're all humans, and somehow we ended up in a body that has, gender things attached to it and stuff, and that's fun. As long as nobody's hurting each other. So just don't anybody hurt each other, and we'll be good. And Aries, you know about that. So now your own passion, your own sense of power seems to somewhat be owned by someone else, but it's still intensified. Mars and Scorpio. So the thing is, let go of the need to be in power. Ask for help when you need it. Round up the good people in your life to help you and support you. And you're going to move forward. You're going to change the way you communicate with this new moon. You're going to change the way you relate to your neighbors. Maybe start keeping a journal, improving your communication and your own education, the way you relay information, the way you work with your hands, all these things. That's what this new moon's about. Go for it. Okay, so greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. So, you got Mercury in the first house still. Now, Gemini time is all about the money for you. This is about how you manifest your resources, how you take care of your values. It's also about your neck and, dental work and how your family, how your family fits in the picture of your life, what role they see you playing as a family member, or the role playing that comes about because you have family. All of these things are the second house. This is what this new moon is about. This is where Venus is right now. So, I'd pay special attention to this. And it's like change the way you love. Love is giving. Love is content. I think, the best lovers are those who are content with themselves. There's a peace about it. It's easier to give when you're happy with yourself. You don't usually have a problem with this, so On and on it goes. We're going to just move right on over to Gemini. Hello, Gemini. And welcome to your horoscope. All right. So, what I'm seeing here with you is a genuine renewal. Like, it's been tough. Like, especially for those of you born around this time in the middle of Gemini, you know, around 15 degrees or so. There is so much that you have to deal with. One is the air of exaggeration and overly critical thinking with Jupiter and Virgo. And so, you know, people have their head so buried in the small picture they can't see the big picture. And there's a lot of people that think they see the big picture and they're back to lesser of all, to evil land and all that. And it's like, no. Why waste it? You know? It's kind of like they're giving us fast food when we said, you know, we're ordering a gourmet meal here. We've earned it. We worked for it. They were going to give us a gourmet meal. No, that's not how it works, you know. We already gave 400 points to Burger King, and but you're saying you're going to vote for McDonald's if we don't give you the 5-course dinner and the holistic goodies of, you know, all kinds of healthy greens and vegetables and, you know, maybe a little bit of like organ meat or something that gets you jacked up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know, or, you know, they don't want that, you know, they want you to be chemtrailed in the spider webs before the great purification comes, and we're in it now, boy. Ooh, whoa. So, let's say it. You deserve something new. You deserve a new role in what information you share and give to others. And you have to be a part of that creative healing, and you also have to be a part of that nurturing. You know, this is not so much a time for tough love as it is a time to be courageous about your ability to love, your ability to nurture, your ability to move forward courageously. And just the past is history. You know, the future, it's a mystery, and the present is a gift. That's there for a reason, folks. Well, hello, Cancer, and welcome to your horoscope. This is a rough time because, you know, you're kind of caught in your blind side right now. Now, 2 years ago, everything was groovy as can be for you. You know, you had that nice Jupiter passing, but, you know, at this point, you're dealing with the issues, you know, and you've had some economic help. You know, you've made some money, and that's been good, but, you know, things you've had to work on a lot of deal with communication. And right now, it's about karma. It's about that part of you that feels emotionally isolated and nobody cares. And that, I mean, I'll admit, in Western astrology, I would say, like, air signs tend to be pretty cold-hearted compared to water signs in Western astrology. In Vedic, no, I'd say, you know, air signs are the nicest signs around in a lot of ways. You know, they're all about karma. But in Western astrology, we're dealing with rational thinking. We're dealing with logic. But sometimes when we're in that realm, we ignore our intuition. And we ignore other people's feelings and how we make a presentation, because it can be rather cold. And so what Gemini is asking you to do, Cancer, is put a light on in your consciousness. Put a light on in those unconscious regions. Pay attention to your dreams. Do work by supporting people that might be isolated, like prisoners or people in rest homes. And, you know, bring on a way to bring on the liberty. You know, and as you liberate others who are without help, you make good karma for yourself, and you'll have a way better time when it is Cancer time. Okay. Greetings to Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. And, you know, Moon is going to be in Leo this week on Wednesday morning. And Wednesday and Thursday we got Leo Moon coming up. So, you know, those will be your days to roar. Gemini time for Leos is all about the social life. So, hello, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. This is about your social life. This is about helpful friends. This is about a new beginning with connecting with helpful people. Sometimes anger, jealousy can be displaced. You can try and make yourself sound smart so you don't sound quite as emotionally upset and irrationally condescending. Condescending sounds so much worse. I think dismissive is the one that you get away with the most, so. I can just be dismissive. That's just a conspiracy theory. That means I don't have to investigate it. Hi, hello. Oh, well, I didn't know that. That was for then, here we're going to now. It's okay to change your mind 100 million times. I feel secure in it, don't you? Hey, I got friends, a lot of money. Yeah. Money. It is, like Bob Dylan said, famous Gemini poet, money doesn't talk, it swears. You were working a couple weeks ago on your career life. Now it's friendship, social life, and beyond that. But a lot of people will benefit you. You're going to have fun. You might flirt with people. You might meet a lover at a social gathering that's like, like an approved of relationship. That could happen. There's a money flow coming to you. You're hungry to make your economics work. You're going to, there's some feeling like you're moving a little bit with Mars back in your 4th house. So you don't know for sure where you're going to be over the next 6 weeks. It's a very interesting feeling, and I know what this is about. Saturn, though, in the 5th house is like you're dealing with your kids' limitations. If you're an adult with children, your kids might be going through something as a Leo that's not easy, and that needs to be addressed. Beyond that, I would say you've got good knowledge about your career, where to move forward, and how to walk the right walk in leadership this week. I think it's all good. You got a couple days with your moon. Well, hello, Virgo. Now, we're not going to see the moon in your sign till next week, and that'll be really cool, too. Meanwhile, back in the year 1, right here, you've got Jupiter in the 1st house. It's moving direct. You've been experienced with this, but now is the time to reap the blessings. Now is the time to act on what you want to do, what is dear to you in your heart. Go ahead and do it. By all means, go ahead and do it. It's good. It's good to honor yourself. It is a good thing. Being perpetually selfish is pretty lonely. So, all this stuff in this new moon in Gemini, Venus there, it's like you as an artist, as a beautifier, creative person, as well as a very thoughtful individual, who helps serves people, who's considered very reliable. Now's the time to show how many skills you have. Now's the time to work on your performance art and those wonderful things that you'd like to do with your hands and stuff. It's time to put that forward in the spotlight so people can see it. You've learned, okay? You've learned your lessons over the last several weeks. Now's your time to put those lessons, to put your intelligence in a conscious performance where you've got the run of the show. Your talents and skills are showing where you shine. Some of the talents and skills you've got from your mother's side of the family, they're still around. Maybe you find out who had it. Meanwhile, move with confidence, move with grace, move with compassion. Hello, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. What do we got going on with you? Well. Let's take a drink. We're halfway there. You're going to like this, okay? I said it. Yeah, you're going to like this because this new moon is in your 9th house of education, of higher experiences, higher knowledge, philosophy, wisdom, grace, adventure, foreign travel. If there's been a trip you wanted to go on, this is a really good time for you to take vacation. Get out there before everyone else does, Everyone else does it July, August. Some places people go back to school in August. That is absolutely satanic, Schools will start in August. That's the devil's month for fire and heat. I don't know why they do it, but, You wonder when you raise little devils? I'm telling you, wait till at least Virgo time. Don't do that to them. That is just, it's horrible. Yeah. You agree. You got it. Remember we were kids in California? We used to have the 12-week summer vacation. They cut it down to 10, and then the education got worse. It's like, in other words, we learn more when we're not in school than when we are in school. That's the sad truth, isn't it? And so, Libra, you know this to be true, right? You know, I learned more outside of school than I ever did in school. I think that is our commonality, unfortunately, right now. But the thing is, you're going to learn some exotic stuff that's of real value from this new moon. And you might even, you know, initiate a long-distance love affair. I mean, that's probably the best one if you don't want to get caught as easy. But, you know, like I said, you've also got Mercury in the 8th house, so you're really thinking a lot about sex, death, other people's property, what you own, what you're known. It's kind of like a little nervous tension or anxiety. But the other thing that's kind of cool is, you know, you've got Jupiter transiting your 12th house, and it's like you're ready to make good karma. You're really hungry to make good karma. You don't want to do this whole same mess again in your next life. You're ready to do it right. And I see grace and good fortune. I mean, you could win something. You could be very lucky on this new moon. You could be a winner. So it's safe to go to the cakewalk. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So. Well, greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. So Mars is back in your first house. If you're a Scorpio born like the 17th through the 22nd of November, you're really feeling amped up and way more charged as of lately. I mean, in a couple weeks, it's going to go into Vedic Libra even. So, I mean, some of you earlier Scorpios will start feeling it then too. This is what I'm seeing with this here. It's, remember where you were back in the wintertime when Mars was in Scorpio. And how you had this sense of adventure, like you knew you had to do things. It's like you have to do things again. You have to readapt that sense of adventure. It's coming. And in the 7th house is Mercury. And you've learned from this last Mercury cycle how to be a sweet talker, how to build confidence, how to be diplomatic, how to be accepting, how to use a lot of I statements so that nobody feels like you're trying to tell them what to do. Oh, it's clever. Oh, it's clever. It's very clever. And you got good friends around you. You've got a social network that supports you right now very strongly, especially over the next 3 months. You're going through some kind of transformation. I mean, you got sex on your mind like most Scorpios do, and death, and you know, your fear of that, or birth, or other people owning you and owning things. Key phrase, 8th house transits this new moon. Ask for help when you need it. You're going to do good in yard sales. And if you meditate more and get into the spiritual and metaphysical aspect of this 8th house transit, oh yeah, you're going to go places. It's going to be wonderful. It's like your magic carpet ride shamanistic ticket, Scorpio. You got to love this. Your ESP will be off the hook, and nobody going to fool you. Well, hello, Sagittarius. Well, welcome to your horoscope. Well, here's the good news. You know, you don't have the pressure of Mars in your first house this week. Here's the bad news. You have Mars in the 12th house. Somebody wants to kick your ass that you didn't completely resolve the issue. I thought everybody was happy and everything. You know, has anybody ever told you, like, you're really good at overlooking details and kind of jumping to conclusions? That you like to skip steps. You did great on the master's degree, horrible at basic education. You like to read the end of a story so you could talk about it with other people and skip to that, you know. Gambling, things like this. This is what you're notorious for. Exaggeration. There's another one. I mean, I'm not like here to bum you or get down on you, because on the other hand, you're very encouraging. You're very generous. You bring enthusiasm. The word fanaticism is based on you, and even being an optimist is part of you, you know. And so that opportunistic side of you, right now it's directed towards love, it's directed towards relationships, it's directed towards how to be a sweetheart and how to be more of a lover. And you have that tempting Rohini right in front of you, new moon. I mean, this is going to be quite a weekend for you, Sagittarius. You're going to feel like you have some play again. You know, you're going to feel like, my life can begin anew, happily. And even in partnerships, business things, all of that. You want your creative works to get a contract somehow for songwriting or art. You can make this happen. I got you. Hey. Well, hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay, here we are. We have a chance right now for you to get to a place where you're acknowledging your limits and you're working on that karma. But you know, you have some male friends or just really dynamic people that might just stop by to visit and say, hey, let's do something dangerous, like, you know, shoot our guns at bottles and stuff, or, you know, drive around in our dirt bikes and, you know, on dirt roads at night, or, you know, odd things. And so you just gotta hedge your bets. Right now, the weather's changed and there might be a little different, so there might be some health issues you have to adjust. And this new moon's about being more of a servant to your community, being a better co-worker, honoring aunts and uncles, small pets, and also helping with health issues and charitable causes, and bringing a sense of hard work, getting in shape physically. You want to do that. You're worth investing in. I would do this. Well, hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. Well, I got great news for you. This new moon is all about love, and it's all about your children, and it's opening up your heart. And if you're an Aquarian artist of any type, whether you're a thespian, a writer, a musician, visual artist, all of this is going to come together so nicely. This is a new start for you. This is emotional renewal. This is the elixir of happiness and joy. You feel more generous. You don't have to worry. The breeze is blowing. It's another air sign, and you can just feel cool and content. Cool and content. That's my horoscope for you this week. And lots of love and lots of generosity. If you're traveling, I give you the green light. It's going to be good. Okay? Fun, friends, and you look great. Okay. Greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. Gemini time, it rules your fourth house, and that's family, parents. So, like, especially your mother and the women in your house, with, you know, Venus conjoin the moon and the sun with this new moon. It's like there's this whole honoring your parents, honoring your older sister, honoring family, honoring older relatives, acknowledging your heritage and what those people went through to get to where you are today, to have what you have. That's what this is about. And it's also about, you know, sprucing up your house, making it look nicer, bringing in a sense of joy, a spirit of celebration and beauty that you can take into your tribe and you can take into your environment, and you can bring that on to other people, and you get better memories. You know, you're building an emotional network that feels safe for you, so that you can finally take that next step next month when we get to the new moon, and you can celebrate all your creative soul, all your children, all your projects for all their worth. So love continues to flow for you, Pisces, with Jupiter in your 7th house, and even with Rahu there. And suddenly, I think you're even luckier in love with Mars moving into that 9th house. Some things are worth investigation. Love is always worth investigating. And even though you're subject to illusion, is that a mirage or not, you're in it for the healing. Humbly go forward knowing, yeah, you can make a mistake, but the only person that never made a mistake is the person that never did anything. It's Kozmic Kev with the Cosmic Forecast. We're going to do this again next week. Thanks for joining me.